Well,
Oh, yeah. We good?
I don't know. I'm good.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Everything isn't fine.
Right.
Doom.
It's not a good sign when there's this fine dog falls over.
You're listening to Chatie Unleashed with Chad and Katie.
I don't really know. I was just thinking that you got back from VO Atlanta, and that was exciting.
Yeah. Well, I've like told you stuff though. That's the problem. I guess I shouldn't have said anything.
These people didn't hear it.
These people.
Them there folks over there.
Right. I was dying to see what happened.
Well, there could be something.
Yeah. No, it's quite it's quite a whirlwind, right? Like just not enough time. There's just so much in the balance of
What is VO Atlanta?
VO Atlanta. Well then. Well, so VO Atlanta. So VO stands for voiceover.
Right.
And it's the biggest conference in North America. I would presume the world. Because it's a real thing, which I discovered like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But it's a voiceover conference for all things voiceover related, and it's held in Atlanta, Georgia, every year. So it's a mix of mostly, aspiring voiceover actors to veteran ones. And there's usually agents there and coaches there and all that kind of stuff to really keep your pulse on the trends of voiceover. Especially through the pandemic and like where we're at now because it's, gone are the days typically, except for like really localized commercials in certain areas. Like it's no more like, come on down to Basement Bob's, right? It's more like, come on down to Basement Bob's. Got some, more low key conversational, like we're talking.
Right.
Which is a lot harder than people think it is. And so anyway, trends of voiceover. And then there's always like parties and karaoke, and there's a wig party. So I'll cue the picture of me in a wig. I donned a Disco Karen for that. It was unintentional, but I had like a curly wig and then like this sparkly kind of outfit and stuff too. So they're like, didn't know if I was going to dance or call the manager kind of idea. So,
I'm not sure. It's a lot longer of a summary than I was expecting, I guess.
Sorry. I don't know. You're like, what happened there? But what's funny too is like Atlanta, especially being Canadian and going down there, like it's so straightforward. With their attitudes, like here we're overly polite.
Yeah.
Even I find myself apologizing for being in a room. It's like why? Whereas these other people are just more than happy to like just take up space and be
The people in
seen.
Atlanta or just Americans?
Well, I'll just say Atlanta because it's a kind of an interesting spot.
So I think they were generally polite down there.
It's polite, but it's very straightforward. It's not like, the kind of, so we checked into the, the hotel and it's just kind of like, all right, can I help you? And we're like, we have a room. They're like, what's the name? And then they're like, Bob, we need more whatever down there. And then they're like, yeah, all right. And then like, so I need your card. Like, it's just kind of a weird,
Right.
just very different than here where they're just like, welcome to the, it's not that at all. And then
it was also not like a high quality hotel either, was it?
No, it was the Holiday Inn and Suites. Not to be confused with the Express across the street.
Which one's supposed to be better? I don't even know.
It's got to be the Inn and Suites because the Express
You would think
seems
so.
like... Yeah, anyways, a partner hotel with the main one because we couldn't get a room there. It was already too full. But anyway, and so like we had ordered food delivery. Like it's called Sprouts, but it would be like if we ordered from...
Like Uber Eats.
Well, no, because... Well, not prepared food. So like it was ordering from like a grocery store.
Right.
So you got like,
okay.
Yeah, you got like cheese and like, stuff to make yourself in the room. Right?
Was there a kitchenette?
Well, no, there was just the fridge, but there was like a microwave and stuff in the lobby. So we could use,
see.
But anyway, we were strategic in like the kind of stuff that we got.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was a kerfuffle just getting the food delivered. But then like they were supposed to arrive that night. That was the whole point. And then it didn't arrive till the next morning. And they didn't, so I guess they messaged Erica that it's been delivered and then immediately turned their phone off or their messaging off.
Oh.
So, and I had looked out because I was like, well, when did they say delivered it? And it was like, 9 something in the morning and I didn't hear a knock and I looked outside. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
So then I call the front desk and I'm just like, you know, hi, this is the room, whatever. Like, has there been food, delivered here? And she's like, I don't know. You can come down and check if there is. I don't know, Sarah's or whatever. And it's like this weird, not. Anyway, and they had delivered it, and there was just grocery bags, like old-fashioned plastic grocery bags,
fancy,
just piled up on the side, whereas anyone could have just taken it
in the front lobby. No
Weird. Tags, no names, no anything on it. And like cold food, luckily we didn't order anything frozen. It was just there piled up.
Yeah. For how long? Hours?
I don't think it was that long, thankfully, because we had been up and like kind of figuring this stuff out. But it could have potentially been there for for forever.
Bizarre.
It was bizarre. It was just like a bit bizarre. And then we called to get like, yes, we check in and there's like one roll of toilet paper on the roll and like 2 towels. One has lipstick on it. So we're like, we're going to need some more stuff. Like, we don't really,
Were you in Cuba? Sounds like Cuba.
Yeah. And so they had said too, well, you're here for 4 days, so we're not going to be going into your room unless you call us before 10 a.m. and we can come in and clean your room. So we're like, well, we don't really need to clean, but we need to, anyway, call for supplies. They're like, oh yeah, like we'll get some down to you. Like, meh. And then that didn't happen. We have to call again and again. We eventually called to get the room cleaned because, we have some stuff. And it never happened. They're like, oh, they're on lunch, so maybe come back later. And they never came back. So it was quite not the epitome of customer service. It was pretty strange. But one of the funniest things too, so I was leaving.
Yeah.
So again, this is kind of what I sum up Atlanta as a bit in my very limited time there, both this time and 5 years ago. I go upstairs in the terminal at the airport, and there's, not much to eat. So I was like, oh, let's get a Starbucks coffee. And of course it's packed, right? The lineup is crazy. They won't take cash. So I do my card.
Stupid.
So there's all the people waiting for their orders as per usual, right? It's just a clusterfuck of there.
Yeah.
So, but there's this one woman that's there and she's, calling out the orders, but there's this another woman who does not work there, right?
Okay.
And she's just like, so they're like, Becky, and she's like, Becky, we got a Becky. Where's Becky? and then they're like, Bob. She's like, Bob, your food's here. Don't be shy, Bob. Get over here. And there's these group of young boys that are just like dying because this woman is just like, yeah. And she's like, Brittany, okay, Brittany, get over here, Brittany. Honey, where are you, Brittany? And it's just like just this comedic show of her doing this, like while she was waiting for her own stuff.
Do you think she was a voiceover actor?
No, I think she was actually a
crackhead.
I think she was actually a flight attendant.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, but it was quite funny. It was just like, yeah, like, Susan, where are you at, Susan? Susan, get over here. Don't be shy, Susan. And like Susan like comes up to get her thing. Yeah, and then like, Bob, where are you at, Bob? Don't be shy, Bob. Come get your thing. Yeah. And so it was a good like 10, 15 minutes of that. And then she's like, I don't even get paid for this. And then a couple of pilots are there. So they're like, Brett, where's Brett? And she's like, hey, make room for the pilot. He's got to get on his plane. Get the coffee to Brett. Brett, thanks, Brett. And she's like, what?
Weird.
What on earth? Like, yeah. And it was, that's like this outspoken, like polite and kind, but just in a very, very brazen way.
Oh,
like,
boisterous even.
Yeah, and just even at the bars and restaurants that we went to, it was just like, where are you sitting? Sit down, dude. Like just shuffling, like, what do you have? Just very, very different than here. Like, hi, I'm Caleb, your server. It's like none of that. Yeah.
Would you say that it was in the sort of vein of exuberance that maybe our Jamaican neighbors had?
Exuberance. Yeah, well, I mean, maybe. Yeah, just very... I don't know, what the word would be.
Were any of these people white?
No, they were not, sir. Actually, there was a couple.
Oh.
One of the bartenders of the place we went to, but very much embodying...
Right.
Yeah, there's this spirit. Like, it's almost like, this New Orleans vibe kind of flavor. Mm-hmm. And just, it's a very,
southern,
very different.
Southern...
Yeah, and then
Atlanta's southern. That's the southern states.
They are. Yeah. It's Georgia, right? And it's excuse me. Yeah, and just like a lot of like sweethearts and this and like, but very and ma'am and sir, just very different than what we do here. Especially in Canada too. Like I said, we're just kind of like and then they're just like, I'm here. Where's the thing at? Like, that's it. And if you want something, speak up. Because if you don't speak up, you're not getting shit.
Because somebody else is there.
It's so busy. Like, the things are so busy, and there's so many people that you just, you won't get anything if you don't speak up. So, it was like the being there for the few days, and it kind of rubbed off on me coming home.
Yeah, and now you're boisterous.
Well, no, not so much, but can't you tell? But no, no, on the way home on the flight, it was the connecting flight.
Oh, right.
So I had to stop in Toronto both ways, but it was the connecting flight. And I was in stupid zone 5, which is still very confusing. So like, again, I know zone 1, it makes sense. You're in the business class.
Always makes sense, yeah.
But then there's the zones, the rest of them are all scattered. Like the woman I was sitting next to, and I was in the second aisle past the business class. Like that's it. Like not even in the middle of the plane. I was up near the front.
Right.
I was zone 5 and she was zone 2. And it's like, how are you boarding plane like that?
Is it aisle seats? Like, is an aisle seat zone 5 and like the window seats are zone 2? Because they got to like squeeze their ways in. Is that it?
I don't think so.
No. Were you sitting in the middle?
I was sitting in the middle and she was sitting on the edge.
Sense.
Yeah. But anyway, so of course, they're always just like, we have a full flight today. If you'd like to volunteer your, to check your bag, complimentary, right?
Every time.
But it is fucking packed, and it is delayed and delayed and delayed. So anyway, I came from my connecting flight too. So anyway, I'm one of the last people on the plane, and there's nowhere to put the bag. And I've strategically mapped out like to carry on. I've got my recording gear. I've got all this stuff in this bag. Like I can't check this bag. And there's all these people that have got fucking boots like tied up to their backpacks, like multiple pairs of boots with their strings, their backpacks, their coats, they've got blankets, and they're shoving them all in the fucking overhead bins. And I was like, you know what? Enough. Like I'm always a good little patient, good little passenger, good little Canadian. And I'm like, no, I'm not checking my bag. I was like, I have this stuff in here. I can't anyway. And they're like, you don't have, room in this. I'm like, no. I was like, if you'd like me to pile all my stuff on the floor, then I can then swamp the things. I was like, we're going to be here for another half an hour.
Yeah.
I was like, put me on a different flight then. I was like, I'm not doing it. And then so within 2 seconds, they had found a duffel bag and got that out of there and put my bag up. And I'm just like pleased with myself. Like, cause I didn't make a scene. I wasn't like all Karen-y, like, I'm going to call the manager. I was just like, you know what? No, like I've been traveling for this long. Like, and the fact that, it's not everyone's strategic suitcase up there, like your carry-on suitcase.
Yeah.
It is just shit everywhere. And I was just like, you know what? I'm sick of that. Like, I'm just, yeah. So I won that fight.
Who gave you the hot tip about batteries in the suitcases?
Well, you're not allowed to have them, right?
What?
Batteries in your, like there's certain things.
Yeah.
And if you have medications, it's like just take those out.
I gave
but you told me what this
Before you left, I said,
I have batteries.
If they try to check your bag, just tell you have lithium batteries in your bag.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I've got the batteries, I've got the recording gear, I've got this and that, like, but anyway, I was just like, yeah. So then I sat in the fucking middle, and I was like, yeah, get in the middle. I was like, I promise I won't get up to pee the whole flight. I was like, because it's like,
you said this to them?
To the, my neighbor.
Right. And then you held your pee.
And I did. Yeah, I did. I didn't go.
To pee.
Well, I always do at the end of the flight.
I strategize it as soon as, if there's turbulence or anything, like as soon as it undings, if we're like getting anywhere close before descending, I'm heading to the bathroom, just because that duration between like lowering the plane where you're not allowed to get up anymore.
Well, that's the thing.
And then the landing, and then sometimes just sitting there on the runway, where like not the runway, but the parking area before they let you out. It's just excruciating. So I usually
that's the worst part.
I usually pick my windows, even if I don't need to. I just I kind of like wait when there's not much of a line.
Yeah, I went right before, while they were boarding. Like I went in the washroom in the
one of the
thing.
pots.
That was also a conversation too with people from the US, they called it a restroom. And we called it a washroom. But then I argued, well, you don't really go in there to rest. We wash up, and then I was like, to confuse you more, sometimes we call it a bathroom, and there's really. But then we both decided that actually it's fair. Sometimes you do go to the washroom to rest, to just get the fuck away from everyone in the room.
I guess, yeah.
It is a moment to rest, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah.
But to me, washroom made more sense because you're at least washing up.
You should.
I'd like to go
it's
to the
implied
restroom.
that you should be sanitary when you leave. Mm-hmm. You should have washed up if you've been in there.
So I did go to the restroom, the washroom, prior to the plane.
Good for you. Good for you.
Right. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah. But yeah, I was pretty proud of myself for like sticking up for that because it was just like ridiculous. Just enough is enough.
Christopher Walken, is that who does that? Good for you. Good for you.
Yes. Maybe. Yeah, that's not. Yeah. It's just like, was that like a skit?
No, it was a movie. I think.
Was it a movie?
I think it was a movie.
I can't remember the source of that.
I think it was Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, was it?
For some reason, it just stuck with me so hard when I saw that scene, and I was like, I'm not sure why, but it really stuck with me.
I'll have to rewatch that movie. It's been a long time.
Yeah,
it's always impressive. It's like that was a true story, and this guy bluffed his way to be a surgeon. Did you see Catch Me If You Can? It was Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I did. That's why I know the quote.
Right.
Your mic, you were moving it farther away from you. Professional voiceover actor.
I stand corrected. It is from a film called Envy from 2004. Okay. I've never seen it.
I don't even know what that is.
I guess I must just know the clip.
Yeah,
maybe I just know the clip too.
We probably just all know that. Like, it must have been spoofed somewhere or something. Because good for you. Good for you. I don't know.
Oh, it didn't. It comes up with stuff.
He probably did like have a skit within it or something like that too.
Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Can't do a Christopher Walken accent, but
yeah. And then it was funny. It was Eric and I it was the first nights we were preparing ourselves like for the next 3 days basically. And we were chatting about stuff, and then we're there and in like the bar, and we're like going back and forth, going like house, and she's like, who? And we're like, she's like, you don't say who's. I'm like, no, that's not a thing. Like, because she had to work in for a Canadian client, and they're like, oh, you Americans, when she pronounced house, and I was like, first of all, that's incredibly rude. Like, you hired her, she's American. But anyway, we're both sitting there. It would have been funny if people were like, what are they doing? It's like, house.
No,
well,
it's a voiceover conference. So everybody knew what you were doing.
No, we were in the hotel bar. This is the day before anyway. We're in the hotel bar, actually amongst a conference that was there at the Holiday Inn of some sort of Christian
swingers
pride group. Yeah, so they kept looking at us like were they a part of this, or like we're and no.
Christian pride. That's right.
Yeah. So we're just like there at the bar, just going house, like who's no.
Bow, 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 bow.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a lot of that, which is funny.
That's fun.
When I was in New England many years ago, one of the guys immediately pegged my girlfriend in the time and I as Canadians because of the way we said roof.
Yeah.
I guess.
Roof.
I
know. There's a lot. And then it's very dialect or regional dialect too. Like, because if you ask one person in the States, but if they're from, Iowa or like Seattle or New York, they all have it different too. So you can't quite get a good thing on that. But yeah, it's amazing how much, they can pick you out.
Yeah. I remember even as a kid when we first went to Florida when we were in the elevator and people were like, oh, you guys are Canadian, aren't you? And we're like,
yeah. Damn it, how do you know?
What? How does this even happen?
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's subtle. But like, I don't know. Yeah, I always think that we sound like the people on the TV pretty much most of the time, except when I say, oh, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
For sure, eh?
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I usually am doing that for effect.
You're not talking like that. Yeah. Like there's certain ones, like really East Coast or like Saskatchewan, Wisconsin. Like the prairies or something. It's like you can really hear Canadian, but otherwise, I don't know. It's more subtle. But anyway.
Yeah.
That was,
That's good. It was fun. Sounds like it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun and informative. So, but yeah,
what a combo.
A lot. Like I said, I just got back, so I still don't even know what's happening.
Still decompressing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Need some sleep.
Yeah.
It's not the same anymore when you're younger and like your 20s and stuff. Even your 30s, it's like you can bounce back. But once you start getting over your 40s, it's like it really does take like the traveling.
I don't know. I think we're just smarter and we just know that it takes a toll and we actually compensate for it because we're actually aware. I don't know. Maybe I'm in denial. But
I don't know. I think you're in denial.
People say like hangovers are worse and all this stuff. And I'm like, I think it's just that you actually saw it coming, which makes it way worse. Because like when you're young, you don't see any of this stuff coming. You do stuff, hits you in the face, and you just get through it. And, I had some pretty awful hangovers when I was young, like that where I don't know, could barely function.
You could potentially now maybe you didn't, but I would feel like you would.
But now I wouldn't tolerate that. I'd just be like, nah, I'm not going to go to work. Screw that.
I just don't even think you could drink to the capacity of probably what you did when you were younger either.
With practice, give me a few months. We'll get up there.
No, not with practice.
That's how that works. Alcohol is your body gets used to it, and then you get better at it.
No, but I just mean that you're probably consuming more alcohol when you were younger than you would be now anyway.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, without the training aspect for the event, I just mean in general.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just think people's perception when you can see something coming and then it's there, I feel like it's more. It seems like it's worse because you kind of knew you shouldn't have done that. But when you're younger, you don't see it coming. You don't think about the consequences, and then even for like not getting enough sleep, and then you're just like, wait,
I don't know.
just go right through it.
I knew the consequences. I just didn't care.
Yeah, well, there's that too.
Yeah,
but I think we just care a little more. I don't think that it actually hits us harder. I don't know.
Maybe our level of responsibilities are different too.
Yeah, there's that.
But yeah, no, I was pretty good on that end too.
What end?
Like the drinking and the partying, it was just like not even really worth it. It was more of focused on the
very professional.
Right. Well, I had like my 9 a.m. session too, and so it's just like that puts everything into perspective. And when you got to use your voice, like that's the one thing too. Was that usually if you've been drinking or partying or you're yelling, right? You're at a party, like we're dancing and doing whatever. It's like you're gonna be hoarse the next day. That's really hard to fix quickly. Yeah. So with those kind of things too, that can change versus like just showing up to your work and going on the computer like no one knows that you can't speak very well or you sound like a 80-year-old man who smoked his whole life.
Way Mason, our buddy Way Mason told me years ago, or the whole class of people years ago, going to music conferences, that don't get drunk. Like, it just looks bad. People will see you, and they'll make a note. He's like, I mean, people do music conferences. Lots of people get shit faced, but
anything in the arts, usually people do. It kind of goes with the territory. But then there's shit faced,
and then there's some drinks, and then there's like to be a nuisance.
And the issue now too is like everyone documents stuff, so it's like you're going to be on someone's phone, at least one person.
Passed out in the hallway.
Well, that's it. Yeah, there was a poor guy that it was the first night of the conference, and he was talking to us, and anyway, blah blah blah, but. There was a picture of him circulating by the end of the conference, and I kind of felt bad because I hope someone helped him out. But so there's like 1,000 people here, and somehow we get a hold of like this picture of this guy, random. Anyway,
that's what people notice these things.
Well, that's it. Well, you notice someone when they're like slumped outside of their hotel room, like their back it's like they slumped down the door, and they're like this, and he's got one hand just slightly in his pants, like for real. And then like his wallet and like key card, things like that is like on his lap.
Right.
And he's just out of it. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, yeah, part of me is like, haha. And then the other part's like, man, I hope someone like opened the door for him and put him in the room. Like but also how embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Like those.
I might have helped him. I might have taken the key card and beeped it and just like let the door flop open and let him like fall into the room, but then walk away.
Get him into the room, right? Or something.
Maybe.
But it was just this, I couldn't believe it was the same guy though. Yeah. The very first night and the very like last night, it's this picture of this guy that we had met. And I was like, and I don't even know if it was from the first night or not. Or
and
if
you guys said he was a nuisance when you met him as well.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And one of the guys that we were talking to was like, oh, I think he's shit-faced. And we're like, you think? Like he was one of those people that were still...
He was handling it.
But apparently not. Until he was like that. He must have just got hit like...
Yeah.
To pass out like that. But yeah, the fucking hand in the pants. Like, I'm like, is this planted? Did someone do this to this poor guy? Like...
Oh, wow.
And it was, just anyway.
You said he wasn't even really in the voiceover community.
Well, apparently, yeah. So I was ignoring while he was talking. But apparently that was the thing. He was boasting that he was narcissistic and that he is in radio. And so to what capacity, I don't know.
Right.
Obviously not voiceover, because then he goes, well, excuse me, if I can make the same amount, like $250,000 a year in voiceover, I'll consider switching to it. And we're like, you don't fucking make $250,000 a year. Like, anyway. And then, there he is. Slumped.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the videos of everything. They're just constantly, and there's that. And younger, that was not a thing.
That's true.
Like maybe someone had like a camera and like they took a picture, but you weren't fucking on social media the next day.
You just hear like, rumors. People would whisper about what they saw.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, oh, they did that. And you'd be like,
Now you can share it, and people can Photoshop it and make it even worse. Like,
Yeah.
Or like put him in, like he's slumped against like how many backgrounds now, right? Like this poor guy, they'll just place him in all these different scenarios.
I want to place him in a spot.
Right? Of course. That's what I mean. It's like, what other spot can be
What can
placed
we put in
in?
his
Where can you
hands?
put him in? Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Let's put a cucumber beside him and a cat jumping.
Right? Anything. Yeah, so you got to be really, for numerous reasons, be careful of that too. Yeah.
Wow. That was a lot. You did a lot.
Yeah.
It was fun. Kind of wish I'd gone.
Yeah. Maybe next time.
It's expensive for us to travel together
Well, that's the thing.
because it's double.
If you could do something, if you could like tattoo or something at the same time, maybe.
I could go visit Russ.
Because you just want to be around the other stuff. You don't need to be going to the sessions and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah. I mean, I could probably tattoo at Russ's shop now.
So you know what you could do? It's like if I can get into the main hotel, right? And you don't have to get a ticket to the VoiceOver Atlanta conference.
true,
you just
yeah.
come to the hotel with me.
Yeah.
And then you can come to all the things and then do your own thing. When
I'm also
doing the
very
other
good
stuff,
at like
right?
covertly sneaking into conferences because I'll just grab like lanyards and things and just roam straight into things.
the
And the
old,
volunteers are very unlikely to like challenge you too
you
much.
could tuck the lanyard part in so you
Yeah.
can't see the piece of,
I did this
but you have
once.
the actual, you know. Yeah.
I did that at the
Oh, I
ECMAs.
should have brought mine back. Anyway.
I did that at the ECMAs. I had a lanyard from an old conference, but no tag on it. So I took the tag off, put it in, zipped up my jacket, marched into this music for film conference.
Yeah.
And the girls kind of started following me, which surprised me because the volunteers aren't usually that. Usually they're just kind of whatever. She comes over, she goes, "Oh, I need to scan your little lanyard." And I said, "Oh, okay, great." So I unzippered my jacket and I went, "Oh my gosh,
Shocked.
where is it?"
Oh my God.
And I was like, "God, oh no, it must be in my car or something." I was like, I parked I was like, "Do I have to go get it?" And she's like, "Oh, whatever." And I'm like, "Okay, thanks. I'll get it next time or whatever."
Yeah.
And so then literally I sit to this conference, I talked to David Heyman, who was a music supervisor at the time, and he had some of my fake tattoos apparently. So that he had found that I'd scattered amongst the lobby because I was participating in this event without being able to afford to.
Yeah.
And having done all that and snuck onto that thing, I actually got my first music licensing agreement for that Saving Hope episode, the webisode. And so
It's all about,
good things can come from marching into a conference that you don't belong. I belonged there, but I just didn't pay.
Well, yeah. I feel like I belong here. Just
I did.
Yeah.
I did, in fact.
Oh, that's the thing. I mean, that's half the thing is like showing up at things that you don't belong in or don't think you do, and just
march right in.
March right in and just act like you do.
And if they kicked me out, whatever, she'd said, "Well, you have to go get it." I just would have never went back. I would have been downstairs in the lobby and hung
then
around.
I tried. Yeah. And so much happens in the lobby as we all know of any conferences. But yeah, it's fun. It's nice to get to do those things and travel and all that stuff. Especially post pandemic now too.
Yeah,
how things are like kind of normal-ish, but still a little funny.
/ nobody can seem to do anything right anymore.
No, well, it's the excuse of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Burp.
now you've made me burp there too.
Burp.
Burping is contagious.
Is it? I don't think so. Hello. Do you want to see a clip?
Sure.
All right.
Is it drunk people falling down?
No, it's a man singing.
We don't have to lead into that.
To his, I think, wife or girlfriend. It's quite silly.
Oh, okay.
The best part is him going "whoo" at the end.
Oh,
for
I
me.
see.
That's when I really lost it.
Yeah, I think we can just switch a couple people around and then
She's on a conference call.
Oh.
I know you're upset because of what I didn't do in our bed.
What?
Sometimes I regret, but then I question what's wrong with your head. Cause I'm not gonna eat your ass.
Ew, what?
I'm not gonna eat your ass. Because I don't want to doesn't mean I don't love you, but I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna eat your ass. Ooh.
Okay, yeah, there's no way I'd be turning off like everything.
Right?
And also like, why would you do this?
I don't know.
I like that though. I have a question. Do the people who eat the doo-doo hole get grossed out if they order food and find a hair in it?
That's a good question. That's a great question. They shouldn't.
No, I feel like
I don't think you can. Mouth are not meant for eating asses.
I don't know. Why is there so much of this ass eating?
Ass eating? I don't know. I think the Zoomers are into it. I'm not sure. I have no idea.
I don't know.
Maybe it's the millennials actually.
And down at the camp too, the guy with this pickup truck, he had like I eat ass on his window,
yeah.
and he didn't even have a window shield. It was a plastic covering, but he needed
he didn't
to
write that. Somebody else did that.
He's driving around with it.
Yeah, but
I don't know. That is weird.
But he eats ass.
Why would he do this?
And this guy doesn't want to, and I don't blame him.
It's like videos of husband being husband. I don't. Yeah, he's grooving. Yeah,
I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know.
But I did think it was the thing that cracked me up was the at the end. I'm like, he's actually really good at singing.
No, he is. Yeah.
She seems like not too bothered by it either. Weirdly.
Well, I want to know who she's talking to, because who's going to be like,
I thought it sounded like she was on a work call.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
maybe he knows everybody at her work though. Like maybe it's
Maybe he has a reputation for novelty songs.
Right? Yeah.
They're all like, maybe it's a song that already exists.
He does this like every week to her, I bet you.
Probably.
He just like a new
it's
theme.
It's like the girl throwing ham in the guy's face.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, he don't love you. Yeah. It's something.
That's
I don't know. But yeah, clearly he does this all the fucking time.
Probably.
It has to be.
She completely ignored him setting up. Like, but if he did it all the time, wouldn't she be like, "Get the fuck!" Like, start like pushing him out the door because like,
well, no,
she
because
knew what was coming.
You know it's, but you also know it's coming, and it's like expected of him, right? Like she clearly, like her work friends are like, "Oh, what's he gonna sing about this week?" Like,
yeah.
It does give that kind of vibe. Like, it have to be.
That's funny though.
Yeah. Oh, there's a theme here. My wife.
I got two themes. I've got what husband wife things, and also also I thought you liked the song.
The song?
Yeah, and the gorilla is doing an amazing dance actually.
Right.
It's quite stunning.
Oh.
Check this out.
What's that song again?
Right?
Yeah.
Look at him go.
This is me on the dance floor.
If I didn't know better, I'd say this was AI.
My brain on my wife. Yeah.
But I don't think
there was me Saturday night.
If this was 2 years from now, I'd just be like, oh, someone just generated this up. Because like, this is some graceful shit.
It is graceful. Yeah. He's like doing the whole like water in the arms there before you get in there. Yeah.
Right. What a nice move. Oh
my God.
Beautiful.
Gorillas are funny. Holy crap. He's like, this is bath time. It's my favorite fucking time of the day.
Wee.
Like just, in the same direction. He's going to get
pretty
dizzy.
Awesome. I want to do that.
Right?
Plus my arms are that long, so I could spin and
it's true.
Do that. Yeah. The music was a good pick for that.
Yeah.
It's still great without the music.
Well, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know that I feel the same way about the title, but it is funny.
No, it just as a video itself.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Right. This one is because we have a dog that keeps us up.
Oh.
This one's a little too long. I kind of find that halfway through it's enough, but
okay.
The first bit is pretty funny.
Oh my God.
Hi. Good morning.
Oh no, my God. Oh no. He woke himself up.
This guy, look at this guy.
Wow. Look at his face. Jesus Christ.
That's the one that got me. I was like, okay, I'm saving this. And the bald looking.
Oh, it was his bald head?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, no, enough.
More.
I like more.
I must have some more.
He's salty head. Oh, the cat's coming to play.
Yeah, I think that's where it went. It's going downhill from here.
Right.
But,
once the stupid cats are in it. I'm just kidding.
Oh, this guy's pretty good too. If our dog was bigger, she would do this to us.
Oh my God. That's so cute. I know they. Oh my god. Oh my god, yeah. If they weren't such little cute heads, right? The dogs.
Right. Yeah.
Oh. Just gonna keep looking. Well, it was like when we were fostering the dogs. So we went through like all these different types of dogs. And then we had Rosie, which was a big
the giant
a Great Dane. And so she'd literally every single morning she'd walk up to the bed and just go, that's right in my
Sneeze
face.
in your face, yeah.
Every single morning.
Disgusting.
And it was like, yeah, her head was literally the same height. And so she'd come up to right to my face.
Oh yeah, she's huge.
Like there was, and her head is bigger than your head.
Yeah.
And it was just like right there. And she would just let one all come out the nose, the mouth. It's all over in my
I luckily
face.
didn't have to experience that.
Every morning.
She was a weird dog. She was
weird.
doing that to dominate you because she was a weird.
She was weird. She had
aggressive dog.
She had like blue eyes.
They looked like shark eyes. They were terrifying.
Crystal clear blue
she was
eyes.
terrifying looking
And she
dog.
was I forget what they call it, but they're like spotted, like black and white. There's a name for it, but I forget.
It wasn't Dalmatian, but that's what she kind of looked like, a giant Dalmatian
Yeah.
with like piercing like demon eyes, honestly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she was just huge. And yeah, but anyway, every morning without fail.
She was weird. She
Wet sneeze in the face.
She's the only dog that I've ever seen growl at a dog on a screen, including a Minecraft dog.
Yeah, that was weird.
A Minecraft dog walked up on the screen
Yeah.
because I was playing Minecraft, and she stared it down and growled.
Yeah. And I felt so bad because I was so excited to foster a Great Dane because my mom always tells these stories when I was like a baby, like months old baby, which is crazy when you think about it. But anyway, my babysitter had 2 big Great Danes and I would sleep in the cages with these Great Danes.
Wow.
And they're called like the gentle giants. And they would just kind of like, go over me. And then this fucking dog, this rescue dog that we
All
had
of
was
these
just,
foster dogs have not lived up to your memory of what dogs are about.
I know, never do anything on nostalgia.
Right?
Or what you think, like, yeah, your memory of something,
Just
it is
remember it
not
and
just
enjoy
always the
it.
same. Yeah. Leave it as that. Like when people talk about like it's better as a memory or it's better as a fantasy or what, like those things are really true. Like just leave it alone. But I was like, oh, this is a good opportunity because I love dogs, but the, responsibility. Of course, now we have Lucy, but
Who, you thought was going to be like your old dog.
yeah, well, just anyway, wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
But yeah,
She's not
Rosie,
here
oh,
today.
crap.
Little pest. We really love dogs.
We're just open about it. I don't know. I think it's funny when people are open about that, and also with their children. They love their
Right.
children, but sometimes they call them little assholes or whatever. Like
I love
it's
that
it's
too.
love.
Yeah.
Like it's real. Sometimes people and dogs and things get on your nerves. They're not perfect. Neither are we.
Right.
It's the thing. I don't know. I think it's fine. I like it. But anyway, yeah.
What do you got for clips? You got something?
Okay.
You actually still have one left, Jen.
Oh,
Nope. There you go.
is
One
it
left.
a doggy clip? No, you know what it is? I want to see. I watched this and I thought, fuck yeah. And then I wondered if females feel like that about these kind of things.
Are you assuming my gender right now?
I did assume, but you can let me know. Forget about the music, but like, that's fucking badass. That guy's flying.
The wheels.
Like, it's incredible.
That looks so funny though. The wheels with the.
Because he's absorbing like 2 feet of potholes, but like
Crazy.
flying through the. To me, that just looks like insanely satisfying to be like flying through the desert
Yeah.
on a machine that can like do that.
Yeah.
Does that?
Well, you see like in the desert a lot, like or if they're in Vegas or something, they show that and they're driving. I mean, even
Yeah, but like, it's like, does that seem satisfying to you?
satisfying.
Yeah. Do you wish to be in that vehicle? Do you
I'd want to
think
be
that would
driving the vehicle.
Okay.
Wouldn't want to be a passenger.
That's
Be a little freaky.
fair. I would also want to be driving it.
Right?
I'd
Well-
be fine with being a passenger, honestly, if like a professional was.
Well, that's it.
Was
Well, I
driving it,
I
but-
do think, and you had said too, you're like, oh, that's actually really nerdy. And I thought that was funny because I'm not really nerdy, but that I have interest in like racing cars.
I don't remember saying it was nerdy.
Well, I think maybe you said like if you go to the events, it's kind of nerdy or something, or it's nerdier than we think it is.
It is nerdier than you think.
Yeah,
it
that's
is,
what I'm
yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
Especially at like a local like hobby level.
Yeah. Like, and that's the thing. Like, so like, I wouldn't
expensive.
I'd want to skip that, but the idea of driving and crazy speeds, but being in control, like
the
being
affordable
confident.
version is also extra nerdy, like autocross,
So
the
that's
parking lot racing.
So that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So this is the non-nerdy version that I probably won't be able to do, but I just mean I do. I think as like, yeah, from the female side, I think if we're the one driving, we're good. It's just females are known for like look out for the car and it's way the fuck down there, or like clutching things, like, because we're not the ones driving and we don't know if our husband or the guy has like what he's thinking, or
I don't know. I mean, I've been in cars drivers that I like. I don't know. I'll get in the car with Lee Purcell, for example. He's zipping down the road, texting at the same
putting out
time.
last names and everything here.
And Lee. Let's just leave it at Lee. Or any of my buddies, car buddies. I don't know. And they're usually driving like insane.
But you have confidence in their abilities,
I guess, but I also, I never like grip or say watch out.
That's what I'm saying. It's a female thing. We grip ourselves when the males are driving.
Okay.
Yeah. We could find so many like memes or making fun of that all the time. Like my wife.
Would do you think that a female would drive that's what
I'm saying.
the car
I
as
think,
fast? Like, I'm not saying that they can't. I'm just saying, generally speaking.
No, what I'm saying the difference is that as a passenger, as a female, we're like, it freaks us out. But as a driver in the vehicle, it's different. I mean, again, I don't know for sure, but from my end of things, because sometimes you drive and I'm like, I don't know, is he paying attention? Like, fuck, like, and I'm like, eh.
Yeah, and guys are like, oh, well, if he's not paying attention, we're all dead and it's fine.
Yeah, but females don't do that, right? we get freaked out, or we're like, hey, look out, and then you're like, oh, whew, you saved our lives from the truck like 2 miles ahead. Like we're like nervous passengers, but it's drivers typically not. Like if we're alone,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that you're a special case. I think that
stop asking me questions that I can't answer as a general.
Well, you know what I know what generally guys are like, even though I'm not the average guy as well. So, but I feel like, by the way, I see girls merging, generally speaking, on the roads, that they're not quite as aggressive in their driving style. You also drive a motorcycle, so.
Yeah.
You're not an average.
No, but that really gives you perspective of like you have to be like alert and like shoulder checks and stuff, or you did like.
Well, that's a good idea to be. Yeah, you don't have to be.
No, but I think people are better drivers if you drive both.
I've seen some pretty ridiculous.
Okay, I withdraw. Never mind. I'm not going to get an agreement on this one, so forget it. Moving on. Next.
I've seen some awful motorcycle drivers.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm saying if you are a good motorcycle driver, you change out you're a good car driver.
Yeah,
because
that's true.
You are more alert, and like I always say too, like if I'm driving a car, I'm more alert for other people. I would never want to hit them, right? Because the damage. But for me, if I'm on the motorbike or the scooter and stuff, I'm looking out for everything because I'm going to be fucked if I get hit. So I have both of that kind of awareness driving that maybe not everyone does. So, but yeah. So yeah, special case. Moving on. There is, okay. Yeah, we'll just go in line. Anyway, this is like, we watched some of the crazy chiropractor.
Yeah, is this like a joke one?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe it's serious.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tension, okay? Just relax. Take a deep breath. Relax. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in.
Right? Like just
the feel that? Yeah, right there. Is this going to unfracture your spine? Yeah, you feel good. Almost done.
Yeah.
Beautiful. There's a lot of tension, okay? Just relax.
Right? Like just anyway, but just
she should have got like the rubber chisel and the hammer out too.
Oh my god, yeah. She throws the packet away. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it reminded me of all those, the dog chiropractor and the other stuff too. But anyway, using the ramen.
Why you gotta use the expensive brand,
right?
Buddy says.
I know.
Is that expensive ramen? Did she just destroy a package of expensive ramen? I kind of thought it was rice at first.
Yeah.
Probably is ramen.
Oh, no, it is ramen. Yeah.
Maybe she destroyed several packages.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, I think it's really funny. It's funny. Subtle. But yeah, she does have other stuff and she's quite funny. She's very like low-key funny, which I think is good.
Low-key funny?
Yeah, like just...
Listen to you and your Gen Z terms.
Is that Gen Z? No, I would...
They say low key stuff. Oh, well, they use it a lot more than we do.
Okay, I don't know. It's very sus.
Oh wow, look at you go.
Yeah. The elbow hit was personal. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so I don't even know. Yeah, how to.
All right.
So I've never seen this in person, but like if you go to like a theme park, and this is the first guy is like dressed like Superman, and like guests can come on and they kind of fly.
Is it a zip line or something?
No. Okay, we'll just play it to see. But the audio, the laughing is funny, but then also anyway.
Right.
Right. So they have these little So here.
Those Sea-Doo augmented things.
So that was how you normally go.
Yeah.
This guy is now going to go, and now he's going backwards for some reason.
Oh no, this guy looks kind of big for the smaller gentleman.
Well, the caption there as well. When your wife keeps telling you to work out, and you say you're fine.
Oh.
So this poor entertainment guy, like,
hit up the throttle, bud. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, what is he doing? He's gonna drown him.
Right? Like, oh no, his belly.
Jesus. Is he doing this on purpose?
And he's trying to get some air with his
Oh my god. It looks like his belly inflated with water.
It really did. His shirt came up, I think. That's all it was. But it's like,
Jesus.
yeah, so this is like, oh, magical, right?
Right.
And then guy, for some reason, first of all, I don't know why he's going backwards, but anyway, it was,
Yeah, that was,
but I just thought,
I don't think the Sea-Doo that this guy's got is powerful enough to push the jets.
But I think, like, that's the problems that you have to like cater to people, I'm sure, and doing these entertainment things where you're like, oh my god, this is not going to end well for anyone.
Yeah. And they're not allowed to say there's a weight limit.
Right?
It's offensive.
Yeah,
this is what happens instead.
It's like, but now it looks like he's riding him, like, and then his belly like pops up like Shamu there. It's like, oh fuck, like
what the fuck? Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I like that he was doing airplane arms for a minute.
He was trying.
He's trying to enjoy himself.
He was trying
while he's slowly drowned.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah.
Reminded me of the time we took my cousin years ago water skiing at Lisa's, Andrew, her, whatever, ex-husband's cottage.
Yeah.
We go water skiing a lot, and she didn't get up, and she held on to the thing.
Right.
And I looked, and we're like saying like, cut the motor, because she was plowing through the water, and the water was just like going over her face, and you could just see her like,
that's not
and just
fun.
like, no, it was awful. It was awful.
Yeah.
You're supposed to let go.
Yeah, it's not working, but she
Superman through the water, desperately holding onto this handle, thinking that like she'd get up eventually.
Right? Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah. So this is back to the animals. Incredible courtship dance of the hooded grub.
Nice.
Yes.
I expect it to be marvelous. Oh my. Wow.
They've met.
Oh.
Now it commences.
Oh. Nice. Wow. What the nature is weird, man. Who came up with this? Oh.
And it's like,
are they battling?
Well, apparently
it's
a
males?
courtship. Apparently it's a courtship dance.
Yeah, but is it two males like establishing some sort of hierarchy? That's my favorite though.
It's like you could totally redo this, but like as people, and the way he just dies is the thing.
I feel like there's like 3 or 4 involved in this whole thing.
But someone's like in the comments are like, "Is there a class?" It's like, yeah, how do they know to do this?
Yeah,
thing?
it's crazy what animals.
I'm gonna try this. We'll report back.
Instinctively do.
Yeah, it's quite the. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know if it's like, they're competing for the one, or they're like, I met you. It's like if we met from across the room, and then you're like, and I'm like, okay, you're all right. Then, they just keep going with it.
Yeah,
that's how it's. This fucking next backward. Like,
I don't know what this proves.
What? This is all I want
feel
for
like
my
it's
marriage.
a war, and whoever gets pushed backwards the most loses, and the other one gets to go bang.
I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say.
And the girl goes, I think you looked like you won.
Maybe.
They're like, alrighty.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's a...
But yeah, when they did that, I was like, oh my good God. It's like you just picture someone like diving with their arms straight.
Yeah. I like it.
It's like you have to reenact this off the boat.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a secret handshake. How do they know?
And this is just, a quick little, but yeah.
I've seen a few of these clips lately.
Yeah.
Or doogies.
Yeah.
Is it a montage
Look at his
of them?
face. And there's one little guy.
Yeah, I want it. Oh no!
No. But
He's
it's
so excited.
His
I
cute
really
little
want it.
face.
And then he's like,
It's like, yeah,
What
and
the
this is when
hell?
this is when I stopped the face of regret and also like, I'll never trust you again, you fucking piece of shit.
yeah,
Like, oh God.
why would you do this to me?
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Right? But it's
Bleh.
what
He's having difficulty getting it out too.
what have I been catching in my mouth? Yeah. Poor little fart head.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's awesome.
And then
We have more?
I think it's my
Wow, look at this.
Oh, these are just a couple little quick
Oh,
ones.
I've
And
seen
then I'm
this
gonna bring
one.
back
This
some
one's
stuff
good.
one thing I talked about
This was good.
last time, but yeah, like holy shit.
Man, this thing just misses everything, just
Yeah.
barely.
But
Except the mailbox, I think.
But the land, well, he does kind of hit we'll see it, but the landing is it looks pretty impressive. It looks like it was almost slick at the end.
Right?
Yeah.
You should.
So he just kind of kafoof, but then look,
Yeah.
he goes right into the driveway and park.
Right?
But the best there, why are you recording when you could have helped the truck?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna run out and try to stop the fucking
There's literally
truck?
nothing better to do than record.
Oh my God, the people, 2,000 likes, there's 1,004 replies to that. But yeah, it's
Nice.
like, shake my head, why wouldn't you help the truck? It's like,
You never know if people are joking.
yeah,
though.
stop with your bearing. I don't know. Sometimes, yeah, it's true. It's hard to know, but it's pretty fucking funny. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Because
a few angles of that one available too. I've seen a couple people were filming
insane.
that situation.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, quite the scene because I think they did hit the car there in the.
I thought it was a mailbox or a little like retainer wall or something. They didn't hit the house.
Look
at
to the
least.
right. Look to the very right. Yeah, you can see it hit the car. See, doof. Right there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
At least it didn't hit the house.
Anyway.
That'd have been
No, it's
real
true.
bad.
Yeah, the house or the house?
Who's-
The house?
House.
So this last one, so I mentioned like when I was being irked off by a few things.
Yeah.
This is one of them. Now this is the shortest one, and again, it's a little over 4 minutes. And again, I did not watch the whole
irks you
thing.
off?
But yeah, this was something I was talking about, how people throw food
Oh yeah.
onto
yeah. I
things
remember you
and describe
saying.
it. So,
Yeah.
and this is one of the shorter ones.
Okay.
So I just wanted to show an example of what I was talking about.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Glurp. Glurp.
Your pizza sauce,
So this
Yeah,
is a
that's
pizza
sauce.
trick hack, she says.
mozzarella,
Okay.
the home style thick cut.
Oh, that is
on
thick.
top of that sauce.
Wow.
Like you're just watching this as you're scrolling on your phone. You're like, why am I looking at this? Because you're going to see what happens.
Yeah. I would.
And then you hate
I'd
everyone.
eat this
Perfect.
so far.
And then no pizza is complete without pepperoni.
Yep. Yep. That's how you do it.
Add whatever toppings you want.
That's true.
I love pepperoni, so I'm doing pepperoni.
That's a good reason.
Olives, you can do pineapple, you can do
I hate them.
ham, whatever you like in your pizza.
To hear the guy a little
put
bit.
on top of your cheese.
Is she gonna make it into
All right,
one
who's
big long
ready to have
roll
pepperonis right now?
or two rolls?
Little
Oh,
snack.
I did not think she would look like that.
Can you put extra pepperoni on mine?
Yeah, of course. Okay, this is gonna be the quickest little pizza.
I feel like I'm watching somebody's fetish video right now.
Right?
Pockets.
Right? Like, what the fuck? And then it's like, I just want to see what happens in the end, but this is brutally slow.
It's so stupid.
And the guy's like,
Put extra pepperoni on mine.
right?
It's done.
Well, now what are you going to do? Now what's going to happen after that? And now what?
"Show me your
Now I have
feet."
some Italian seasoning because nothing Italian is complete without it.
And all the Italians have now, like,
Preferred or
literally shit their
Whatever
pants.
you have in your kitchen,
Like, that's
okay?
Italian, my ass. Like, what?
Ooh, okay, that looks great.
Wow.
See,
All right. Now for the mash.
It's awful.
So we're gonna fold this like a burrito. Just Just get that really nice.
This is the magic?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. How'd she do that? Slow down. I don't know what's happening.
And then
What?
Oh, no.
And fold in half.
perfect.
Okay.
Just really crunch that down.
Clench it.
Okay, what are we doing with that now?
Put it on our plate for now.
For
What are you
now.
gonna do with that now? Are you gonna do with the other one?
Now you guys seen
What are you gonna do with that one?
what we need to do.
I've never folded one like this before, though.
Right, thin in half.
Ooh, that's
There's
soft.
reasons.
Hey, wait.
Ew.
Oh, she gave
That's
a little
his.
blowy.
All right, now we take
That's
our piece
his.
of
She gave it a
pockets
blowy.
right in our toast.
What the fuck?
Oh, now I'm interested.
Put him down.
Now this is
No, don't do this.
how men want to cook.
Yeah, you're a dirty homemade pizza
Right?
pocket.
Yeah.
aren't you?
Right? Like what?
That's why she slurped a bit off there because she didn't want it to explode in the.
It's gonna be so delicious.
No,
Hilarious.
it's not.
Quickest,
It'll be
easiest way
adequate.
to make a little pizza pocket. You don't need to turn your oven on.
I almost wanna
You don't
try
need
it.
to microwave
Oh
it.
God, Chad, no.
Just put it in your toaster.
Still
and
a
it'll be
minute
ready.
and a half left.
Right?
1 minute. I mean, they're already almost done. You see?
No,
that
they're not
cheese
all.
melting?
How
They're
are they
not almost
remotely
done,
almost
no.
done?
Good. Oh,
I don't see it melting, but I know it's going to.
I don't see it melting, but I know it is.
so delicious.
It's not.
I'm so excited for you to try this.
No, it's
These are my
not.
favorite little midday snacks. You know, if your kid just came home from school, just pop these in the toaster. They're
So it
gonna
leaks
love
all in the toaster then and shorts out. That's also good.
Lines.
Ooh, yeah, it's heating up.
Yeah, it's not
I know a lot of
recommended.
People don't have these toasters anymore, but you could literally get one from Walmart for like.
You can get a toaster at
$15.
Walmart,
You can
she's
get one from
telling
the
us.
thrift store for like
That's good to know.
$5. These toasters are a necessity in my.
I want to take the
household because
toaster and
of-
smash
Is it
it
a
over.
retro toaster? Does she think that they don't make toasters anymore?
I don't know. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yummy. Okay, they're a little hot.
Look at how yummy they
No,
are.
it's not even, the top is not even remotely like, oh my God.
Grab some tongs to grab it.
Is she pretending that they're hot?
Now she's,
Woo.
Woo. Yeah, this is a very long video.
right?
For
And this is
something
one of
that-
the shorter ones.
Huh.
But
Oh, God, now what's happening?
she's mutilating it
Ooh, it's hot.
Okay.
to look at the,
Oh.
So cheesy.
like, why?
So good.
Okay.
Ramsey would be proud.
Like, why is she eating it like this?
Really hot. Let me try this then.
So good.
Right?
Yeah.
This is the stuff that will show up in my news
That's what you
feed.
watch.
Well, no, this is just this is shit I
On
get bombarded
TikTok?
with. No, like just
Instagram?
Facebook. That's from Facebook.
Oh, okay.
I'll just keep letting you guess.
Yeah.
But they're usually like longer than that still too. They're like, well, I'll put a little seasoning and then I'll put this on top and then this. And it's like, what on earth? And then put it in the toaster.
You know what would be better
And
if
this is
she
a
had taken the
trick.
pepperoni out of her bra and it was like pepperoni nipples.
Oh.
That would have been better.
I don't know. Anyway, that was an example of the torture that shows up. And then I'm watching
Right.
it and I don't know
I
why.
never see these videos. They never show me that.
Yeah. Oh, it's just,
That's because you watch all those cooking shows and they're like, she'll like this.
yeah. And then it's,
And then it makes you mad, but you watch it a couple times.
no, I don't watch it a couple of times.
Oh.
That's the thing. I've never seen, that was the first time I saw one to the very end.
Well, okay.
I can't. I'm like, I don't even care what the finished thing looks like because it doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
But usually it's like layer upon layer. And they show their little seasoning and they're pre-cut this and and they put it all together. And it's some sort of hack.
Stupid.
It's stupid. I hate them.
Stupid.
Yeah. Anyway, but it's little fucktard commentary there. Oh, then what are you going to do with that? Yuck.
Yuck.
Anyway, that's all I have to say.
Well, that's an hour, folks.
Yeah.
What episode number are we on?
We are on.
Is it 10?
Number 10.
Today 10?
Today is 10.
Oh, shit. I was going to throw a party.
Cue all the stuff.
Next time. Episode 11. 1-1. That's even more exciting.
Is it?
Yeah, 2 1s in a row. Double 1. It's like winning twice.
Double one.
See you next week. 2 weeks.
Two,
Double ones
right?
from now.
Double ones, yeah. Episode Roman numeral,
Oh, yeah.
right?
That's right. Bum, 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 bum.